The following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. And welcome to today's installment of the Hometown Football League. We start week number 14. If you missed it at the end of week 13, I'll put the graphic back up. That's what would happen if the playoffs were today. That would be the seeding order. This is after 13 weeks of play. Everybody has played 13 weeks, no buys. And we're going to start week 14 here in a moment with New York and Pittsburgh. If Atlanta had scored another touchdown in the game Friday, they would be the 16 seed. I just want to throw that out there. So here are the standings. We'll go through the standings and some of the statistical leaders before we get to today's game. Washington, your number one seed, leading New York by a game. Pittsburgh by 2. New England and Baltimore by 3. Buffalo is 5 and 8. Carolina and Philadelphia almost out of playoff contention with 3 and 10 and 2 and 11 respectively. Right now the cut is 7 and 6. In the North, it's Cleveland and Chicago tied at 10 and 3, but Chicago owns the tiebreaker with the head-to-head sweep. Minnesota's 9 and 4, Cincinnati's 8 and 5, Detroit and St. Louis 6 and 7, Green Bay and Indianapolis, unless they get a great streak of luck, could start thinking about next year at 4 and 9. In the South, Dallas is your 4 seed, leading Tampa Bay by a half game, who would be the 8 seed right now. Miami would be 11th at 8 and 5. Atlanta would just miss out at 7 and 6 on the plus the point differential ratio, or the point difference. Houston would make it at 7 and 6. New Orleans 6 and 7. Jacksonville 4 and 9. Tennessee definitely thinking about next year at 1 and 12. I believe they have been eliminated. In the West, San Francisco 10 and 3. Denver 9 and 4. San Francisco would be the 3 seed if the playoffs were today, but they're not. Kansas City 8 and 5. Vegas would make it at 7 and 6. Arizona would not at 5 and 8. Seattle, San Diego, and Los Angeles all way behind. So we'll go through the leaders on this play screen. Adrian Peterson has the most yards, 1,416 rushing. Rushing touchdowns, Jim Brown leading at 15. Receptions, it's Michael Thomas with 99 over Antonio Brown. Julio Jones at 1,332 has the most receiving yards. Receiving touchdowns, it's Randy Moss with 11 in the lead. Tom Brady leading in pass rating, 105.5. Passing yardage, it's Roger Staubach at 39.87. And in passing touchdowns, Brady leading by 1 with 32. Defensively, Barber leading everybody with interceptions at 6. Wayne Martin of New York, the sackmaster, at 9. Tackle leader is Brian Urlacher at 97. Hugh Douglas with the most stuffs at 23. Forced fumbles is Jared Allen at 13. Cameron Jordan leading with hurries at 26. Richard Sherman, deflections 23. Randy Gradishar, touchdowns. Actually, no, we have a 5-way tie at the very least with 2 touchdowns defensively. Special teams, Monk Gafford of Vegas is your best kick returner right now, 33.4. Adam Humphries of Tampa Bay leading at 12.4. Your best punter, Brett Kern, Tennessee, is at 46.7. Field goal average, Michael Thomas and Brandon McManus tied at 91%. Longest kick return was Ellis Hobbs with 107. He also had a 104-yard return for a touchdown. Mark Mariani has the longest punt return right now, 98. Brian Mormon, the longest punt, 82. And the longest field goal is Stephen Goskowski at 58. Actually, Zerline has a tie with him right now at 58. So we'll play out our YouTube channel game, which is New York and Pittsburgh. And if you want some more Big Pauly, go over to PayHip. We will have on the PayHip game today New England and Buffalo. New England 7-6, and Buffalo is 5-8. A 41-degree day. No precipitation at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh for this game between New York and Pittsburgh. I'll play as Pittsburgh since they are the home team. Now you will note a change at quarterback. Charlie Connerly is getting the start in favor of Y.A. Tittle. And Ben Roethlisberger, as always, will start for Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh wins the toss. They choose to defer. They are in the dark squares, and New York is in the white. Christie back deep, and it's a touchback. Connerly, this is no typo. He does wear number 42. Played back in the 50s for the Giants. And let me just double check and make sure my USB headset is on. I was watching WrestleMania last night with my cat Ella. As odd as that sounds, she does like her wrestling. I have a wrestling fan on my hands, folks. And here you see the stats on Connerly out of Ole Miss. He could also play defensive back. So your starters for New York, Barber and Triplett at running back, Beckham Jr. and Powell at wideout, Tucker at tight end. Beckham Jr. could wind up with Los Angeles in Season 3. Tucker to tight end, Connerly to quarterback, and your line is Brown, Snee, Mangold, Younts, who also doubles as the punter, and Hill. First and 10, New York at their own 20. And the give is to Rondé Barber, a gain of 1. Defensively for Pittsburgh, Greenwood and Hayward are your defensive ends. Green and Hampton, the defensive tackles. Your linebacker core, Ham, Lambert, and Porter. Woodson, Blunt, Palomalu, and Shell are your defensive backs. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens in the lineup. Very stout. 2nd and 9 at the 21. And that's a nice throw by Connerly to Powell, who had a very good game in his last start against Philadelphia, 269. New York coming in 9-4, Pittsburgh at 8-5. First and 10 from the 39. Connerly again finding Powell, a gain of 9. Snee, the left guard, is going to be on the bench for a while. It looked like he has tweaked his finger, his return probable, and that's going to bring in Dwayne White. Now remember, as you look at White in his New York Jet uniform, that New York is a combination of the Giants, Jets, New York Bulldogs, New York Titans, and the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Yankees of the AAFC. 2nd and 1 at the 48. Give us to Tiki. Tiki gets the first down. So move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 at New York's own 49. Just getting started. And, well, something happened there. A fumbled snap. Connerly got it back, but had to eat it. A loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 14 at the 45. And Connerly deflected at the line by Hampton. He is now 2 for 3. That's his first incompletion. 3rd and a 14 at the 45. Connerly, again, a pass incomplete. Connerly had to dump it off to Barber. So the New York drive stalls. As my cat continues to be amused at me calling this game. See, what the problem is with my Ella. I'll just get into this real fast. I know you all are here for the game and don't want to hear this nonsense, but Ella likes to sit at the desk with me. We'll do the punt, and I'll continue the story here. And this punt's going to land inside the 10. I'll let it roll, which may not be good. And it's dead at the 10. The punt went 45 yards, no return. We'll get back to my story about my cat here for a minute. Bettis and Johnson are your running backs for Pittsburgh. Your receivers are Brown and Ward in the base formation. Miller is the tight end. Roethlisberger the quarterback. Kolb, Fenica, Webster, DeCastro, and Jackson are your offensive line. Trap left Jerome on 1st and 10, and he gets back to the line, and that is it. Defensively for New York, they also have 6'10s in their defensive lineup. Just talk about quality here. Strahan, Gastineau, Weinmeister are your front three. Remember, New York plays the 3-4. Your linebackers are Taylor, Huff, Carson, and Lewis. Your defensive backs are Revis, Glenn, Patton, and Tunnell. 2nd and 10. We'll go Stallworth on the short crossing route. Might be dangerous here for Pittsburgh to pass, but no worries. A gain of 12 before Adams got to Stallworth for the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 22 coming up. Well, anyway, one day I'm sitting at my office here in front of the I'm kind of in the lobby of the house because that's where the internet reception is the best. We'll go trap left Jerome again. And that's also no gain. Harry Carson on the tackle. And my cat Ellie, who I picked up about 2.5 months ago, because I no longer take care of Harry after my hospitalization. You might remember, Harry is the first cat I had when doing this channel. We're going to go John Henry Johnson here, and we're going to sweep to the right. I do not know Harry's status. You know, he could have been put down. He could have been adopted. I doubt that he was adopted because he was a bit of a temperamental cat. Gain of 5 by John Henry Johnson there. And we'll go Miller. But once I got well, I wanted to take care of a cat, so I got Ella here. You hear Ella cooing at me. And that's an incomplete pass. Ella is seeing herself on a monitor that I use on OBS, and that's why she's reacting the way she is. 4th and 5, Jimmy Orr will punt. So one day I'm in the office. Okay, penalty.
5-yard penalty.
And it's Fenica called for offsides. So New York starts at their own 30, and like I said, Ella likes to sit at the desk with me. She's sitting at the desk right now. Gain of a yard, Hampton on the tackle for Pittsburgh. 2nd and 9 from the 31 coming up. So one day, last week, that was Connerly to Tucker, gets the first down. Tucker playing tight end. 1st and 10 from the 40 coming up, and that was Polamalu on the tackle for Pittsburgh. And that was deep for Tucker. Polamalu got a finger on it, incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 40. Connerly now 3 of 6. So one day I put, on YouTube they have these videos for cats where live mouses come out and they scurry in front of their little holes and they go back. And there are other videos of squirrels. Ever since I did that, 3rd and 12, she's always on my desk when I'm working on this computer. I have another computer set up in the living room that's like a Chromebook. Incomplete pass, and now New York punts at the 38. 6:21 left. And that is going to be fair caught. Try by Antonio Brown. Actually had to back up. No, it was Woodson making the fair catch. He is the punt returner. And Antonio Brown could also do some punt returning in his day. Ball at the 12. 6:19 left to go in the first quarter. I like to tell my little stories. 1st and 10. That's a gain of 4. By the way, I look for Harry on the SPCA sites and on Friends of Strays, but I think he's gone. Gain of 4. Strahan on the stop. 2nd and 6 from the 16, and I'm not all that sad about it anymore. It's just things happen the way they do in life, and you just got to make the best of it. A 1-yard gain for Strahan, and that sets up 3rd and 5. I'm gonna go to Ward here on a medium cross. That's a first down. Roethlisberger threw for 312 yards last week. And that's Jackson from Pittsburgh with an undisclosed injury. Jackson is the right tackle. 1st and 10 at the 31. We will go back to John Henry Johnson, trap right, work the inside game against a very stout Giant defense. I tell you, this could be a very low-scoring game. Gain of 2 there for John Henry. Lewis on the stop. Okay, let's see what we do here. I don't want to do the screen. Screen's not going to work against this good a defense. Let's just go back to Johnson. Sweep right. 2nd and 8. No gain. See? See, Ellie? I can fix that up for you. 3rd and 8 at the 33. Ellie is looking at herself on TV. Because on one of the OBS monitors, I have the camera set up. Hines Ward, medium Mitch. Incomplete. As Ellie attacks herself here. 4th and 8 at the 33. Jimmy Orr will punt it away. 2:41 left in the first quarter. And Tennell with a return of 3 this time. Punt went 37. Net being 34. 1st and 10 at the 33. 2:35 left to go. But at least with Ella, I have a cat that, I picked and somebody to live with me. Unlike the Harry situation where it was pretty much forced upon me by my landlord. 2nd and 5 at the 38. But, at the time in 2015 we got Harry. Oh, big play here for Barber. 20-10. What a run. Touchdown, New York. Here I am babbling about my cats, and that happens. So that was a 62-yard pass. Barber took the screen and wouldn't stop until he found the paint. 6-0. And that is good for Nugent. 7-0. Back deep for Pittsburgh is Woodson, Chadnois, and Dudley. And we'll take the touchback. By the way, the wind, Pittsburgh is going into the wind for quarters 1 and 4, so New York has the wind advantage those quarters, and Pittsburgh has the wind advantage for the 2nd and the 3rd quarter. You like seeing yourself, pal? Okay, I'll put this down. I'll put this over here so you can look at yourself a little more while I do this game. The only problem is you're stepping on my mouse cord. I'll tackle left Bettis. Gain of 3, Sam Huff on the tackle. And we'll sweep right with Johnson. There you go. Gain of a yard, but it's going to come back.
10-yard penalty.
Hines Ward for holding. 2nd and 17. Well, let's see. Screen passes are not going to work against this defense, I reckon. We'll go hitch to Stallworth. And that's an incomplete pass. Big Ben now 2 of 5. 26 yards. What do we do on 3rd and 17 against this defense? Well, I think what we should do is try a slant with Antonio Brown. And that's an incompletion. 4th and 17. Jimmy Orr will punt into the wind one more time, at least for now. Standing at his goal line. And that's a gain of 4 for Tennell before Lake gets to him. So that's a net of 37. Ball at the HTFL logo at midfield. And it's 1st and 10 from there. 19 seconds left to go in the quarter. Gain of 4. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Giants 7 and the Steelers nothing. 15 plays, 104 yards for New York, 9 of them passes. 14 plays, 41 yards for Pittsburgh, 8 rushes. And we resume play. 2nd and 6 from the 46. Pitch this time is the triplet. Triplet's going to be tackled behind the line by Hayward. 3rd and 10 from the 50. after that 4-yard loss. Gets them back to the original line of scrimmage, and that is Odell Beckham. He's dancing away after that 17-yard gain. Mel Blount on the tackle, giving Beckham the stink eye as he heads back to his huddle. 1st and 10 at the 33. Incomplete. That was deflected by Polamalu. 2nd and 10. Connerly 6 for 11 and now 7 for 12 as he finds Tucker. A gain of 17 yards out of Bloomsburg. 41 catches for 693 on the season. With 5 games left, an outside chance of getting to 1,000. 1st and 10 at the 16. Pitch to Barber. No gain. Hayward on the stop for Pittsburgh. 2nd and 10. Incomplete. That was intended for Beckham Jr., but they were doubling Beckham. 3rd and 10 from the 16. It's Connerly.
Illegal motion. Offense. Number 84. 5-yard penalty.
Powell gets called for illegal motion. If you all could see what Ellie is doing. 3rd and 15 at the 21. And that's a touchdown. Powell catches that grab from Connerly. Connerly has his 2nd touchdown of the day. New York struggling to run the ball, but their passing game very efficient. 13-0. The extra point good, and it's 14-0 with 11:39 to go. Woodson, Chandwa, and Dudley again back deep for Pittsburgh. And this is going to be taken by Woodson about the 1 or 2 yard line. They'll say the 2. Mel on the tackle after a 31-yard return. Okay, so Pittsburgh doing better, but neither team running the ball all that well. We'll go Brown on a short cross. And that is a catch of 9 yards. Rivas on the tackle to set up a 2nd and a yard. Dive by Jerome Bettis, but New York playing short tight, so we're going to try to go over the top and go medium fly to Brown. Oh, just overthrew him. Incomplete. It's now 3rd and a yard at the 42. And we'll give it to Bettis on a dive. Try the power for the 1st, and we get it. So 1st and 10 at the 43. And we'll screen to Bettis. Big Ben off to a slow start, and it's gotten a little slower. He's now 3 for 9. Ball at the 43 of Pittsburgh. We'll look to John Henry on a screen. Surely we could get this screen, right? We're going to go Ward, medium fly with New York playing short tight. And that was dumped to Bettis. I'm sorry, not to Bettis, but to John Henry Johnson. He picks up 22 yards. 1st and 10 at the 35. Bettis on the dive. And that's a gain of 2 yards. Makes it 2nd and 8. Okay, folks. Sweep with Bettis to the tight end side, and that is a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 5. 7:58 left in the half. Steelers trailing by 14. Looking to remedy that situation a little bit. Cross to Miller. So you see there, that was a 1st down, a gain of 9. Bettis on a dive. 1-yard gain. Huff on the tackle. And it's 2nd and 9. Let's see here. Trap right with Bettis on a 3 wide set, but that doesn't do anything good. Joe Klecko on the tackle. 3rd and 9. We'll go 4 wide. As Pittsburgh continues to struggle offensively. I'm going to go Stallworth. Buddy Dial comes into the game as the fourth wideout, by the way. It goes to Stallworth, and Pittsburgh is on the board. (14-6), and your point after. Good by Anderson. 14-7, 5-11 now left in the half. So we get to introduce to you for the first time today the New York kick return team that is Christie, Sanders, and Glenn. And there's the kick, and there's a touchback with Pittsburgh with the wins at their back for quarters 2 and 3. 14-7, your new score, 1st and 10 from the 20. And Connerly, he's going to let it go. It's picked off.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Oh, it's coming back.
97, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Oh, heartbreaking call there for Pittsburgh. It looked like they had a pick six with Joey Porter returning it all the way, but not to be. They call roughing the passer. So it's 1st and 10 at the 35 now. And that is Connerly to Powell. Of course, we have the championship game of college basketball tonight, 2nd and 4 at the 41. And I'll do a little plug here in a minute. You lost a yard for Triplett as Porter made that tackle, 3rd and 5 at the 40. I'll be on with Rob tomorrow, Major League Baseball predictions. Incomplete. A pass in the flat to Rondé Barber goes wanting. And New York will punt, and Pittsburgh will get a chance to get even in this game. And Woodson back at his 15. He'll return it, but not for much, 3 yards. Haynes on the stop for Pittsburgh. 1st and 10 at the 18. Bettis. Off tackle left. Now, I'd put the cat TV on in the living room, but you all might hear that. Gain of 4, Huff on the tackle. My kitty is distracting me. Quite frequently, as it turns out. 2nd and 6. Ward. Short slant. And that's a gain of 11. Glenn on the stop. 1st and 10 at the 33 with 2:23 to go. Can they get another play in before the warning? They go to hurry-up mode. They'll try. We'll go Ward, medium pass. No. And that'll bring the 2-minute warning. 1:56 to be precise. Left in the half. It is 14-7. The Giants over the Steelers. Each team with 3 timeouts and their challenge left. 2nd and 10. How about Miller on a medium cross? No room at the cross for Miller. That's an incomplete pass. 3rd and a 10 spot. How about Brown on the fly route? And that's an incompletion. 4th and 10. Jimmy Orr will punt for Pittsburgh. I should put like a camera on the side so you all can see what Harry's doing. Not Harry, but Ella. See, there I go. But to finish the point I was making in the first quarter, if Harry ever comes available, I would grab him. But he hasn't come available, which makes me think he's gone. Gain of 8. Beckham Jr. on the catch. Blunt on the tackle. 2nd and 8 at the 2nd and 2 at the 28. I'm getting my 8s and deuces mixed up. And that's Tucker. A fumble recovered by Barber. He was Johnny on the spot. And New York called a timeout on that last play, and now they call one again. With 1 left now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Connerly going to go deep. Looking for Beckham, but he's not there. Blunt providing very, very tight coverage. 2nd and 10 at the 38. And that's Powell. I'll save my other news items for the second half. So yeah, I'll be on with Rob, exclamation point, tomorrow night. He was looking for guests for his
Holding
show.
offense. Number 79, 10-yard penalty.
And Brown called for holding, so we'll make sure to do that. First and 20 at the 43, try to get our games done early. But using an assembly line kind of method for them, and it's working out great for me. Beckham Jr. on the catch, a gain of 14. Second at 6 at 43. I do my prep, I call my games, I render my games, and then I post them. Instead of doing one of each, like prep, call, render, post. I do all by calling. Like I'll do the pay hip game after this. Third and 6 at 43, and it's saving me time. Incomplete. Fourth and 6, now New York will punt. Line of scrimmage being 43. I watch for a fake here, because they're not too far out of field goal range. That's going to be a sidewinder out at the 9-yard line. Woodson was there to return it, but it rolled out of bounds at the 9. 36 seconds left to go, and the Giants down to a timeout. So if I just run the ball here, get to the half, what can the Giants do about it? Nothing. And it's Bettis gaining 5, and we will go to halftime. Your score right now is New York 14, the Steelers 7, and we'll be back after 60 seconds. You're watching the Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims YouTube channel. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below. See, I wasn't kidding, folks. Ellie always by my side. A very loyal kitty. So we are about to start the second half. It is 14-7 in favor of the Giants. New York leading by 7. They ran 32 plays for 207 yards. 23 of their plays passes, so Johnny Connerly is going to have a sore arm after this. Pittsburgh, 31 plays, 128, and they get the ball to start the second half. And Woodson back deep for the Steelers. And this is Woodson at either the 2 or 3. Hasty gets to him at the 24 after a return to 21. So Pittsburgh doing slightly better on the running game. They are 15 of 31, 2.1. New York really struggling, 9 carries for 3 yards and 0.3. That would be 0.33. Trap left Bettis on 1st and 10 from the 24. That is a gain of 6 for Bettis. Carson on the stop. Bettis is 12 for 29 yards. 2nd and 4. So thanks to having a Peacock subscription, I watched both nights of WrestleMania. Thought the first night was excellent. I thought they had 3 very good matches. And then the second night, well, it was just kind of there. Gain of 3, not to the fault of the WWE. Bettis for 3, Huff on the tackle. 3rd and a yard. We'll go inside. And we'll go Johnson. They were keying on Brown. They were thinking we were going to pass. Why would we pass on 3rd and 1? So Johnson picks up 3 yards, and it's a first down. 1st and 10 from the 36. We'll stay in this double tight end set. We'll go trap left. They had injuries in 2 of the last 3 bouts.
Encroachment defense. Number 99, 5-yard penalty.
We'll take it. Gastineau. We want a 1st and 5, not a 2nd and 5. In 2 of the last 3 bouts, the same thing happened. They got one of the grapplers were going to pitch left with Johnson. New York playing the 3-4. And Johnson close to the first, just short. Second and inches at the 46. And you know what I like to do when it's second and inches, right? Right? We're going to go play action bomb to Ward. This is like a throwaway down. Instead, it's a dump off to Johnson, gain of 7, a first down. Roethlisberger now 8 of 7, 104 yards. And, it's not very often you have 2 guys dislocate their shoulders in 2 separate matches, 3 matches apart. That was kind of weird. So those matches fell flat a little bit. AJ Styles and Edge, and then the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match. Bettis on the stretch play on 1st and 10 from the 47 of New York, and he will pick up 6. Huff on the stop. We have baseball season coming in 3 days. 2nd and 4 at the 41. This afternoon I was taking a deeper dive into my Stratomatic cards that I picked up. Not strap. Jerome Bettis strap left on 2nd and 4. That's what I was trying to say. He gained a yard. So that is now 3rd and 3, and we're going to go to John Henry Johnson, pitch left. Just try to ram it right down their throat. It's going to be close. No. 4th and inches at the 37. The kicker, Gary Anderson, not very good from this range. We're going to go for it. Triple tight ends, and we're going to go to Bettis on a dive. Everybody fire out. And Bettis will be short. Pittsburgh could not get the first down on 4th, turnover on downs, and the Giants take possession at their own 38. 8:46 left to go 3rd quarter, and your score 14-7. Ellie, are you sleeping well? Okay. I got to check on my cat, folks. 1st and 10 at the 38. I treat her very well. And that's Barber, a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 at the 43. And we'll see what happens here. Connerly having a pretty decent game. That's another nice throw to Powell. Now, I'm being told here the pass may have touched the ground, but there's only 11% chance I get the challenge right. So I'm just going to hold that challenge in my pocket for later. 1st and 10 at the 45. So this could be a 14-point swing if New York scores. Gain of 6 for Barber. Greenwood on the stop. Barber up to 15 yards on 7 carries. They're running the ball a little better, but not all that much. 2nd and 4 at the 39. Triplet, no gain. Porter made the stop for Pittsburgh. It's now 3rd and 4. Ball at the 39. 6:23 to go. Powell, a first down if it stands.
Encroachment, defense.
And it will stand.
Number 98, 5-yard penalty.
So that's going to move the ball to the 29, I think. It hasn't been updated yet. Powell with his season high 7th catch. Yep, it's the 29. Good math, Pauly. 1st and 10. Connerly. Loss of a yard, tackled by Hayward. 2nd and 11 at the 30, 5:29 to go. Of course, Coach K can now meet his retirement with North Carolina beating Duke on Saturday night. 1-yard gain. It's 3rd and 10. I'll try to stay up late and watch that national championship game. I think that'll be a good one. North Carolina's kind of a Cinderella this season. What do we have here? Turnover. High snap over the head of Connerly. Lambert comes away with it, and Pittsburgh with possession at the 38. 4:11 left. We're going to go Johnson on a dive. And let's see, that's a gain of 3. They were doubling Antonio Brown. How about Bettis on a dive? And Bettis is loose. He gets 11. Jackson holding his jaw, but he's going to stay in the game like a good one. 1st and 10 at the 48. Let me see what we can do here. Well, they're doubling Brown an awful lot. Doesn't look like a reverse or a jet sweep would work. So we'll go to Ward on the jet sweep. And look at Ward. 40, 30, down to the 28. He picks up 20 yards. Longest run of the season for Hines Ward. And it's 1st and 10 from there. And we go trap left Bettis. 2:24 left. Gain of 7. To finish up my strat thoughts, I picked up the Hall of Fame set, and I'm looking at it a bit more. Might be a future home of the HTBL. Trap left if they don't put out another historical collection. And here's Bettis, and he's going to the house. Touchdown, Steelers. 21 yards, and it's 14-13. Gary Anderson to try the point after. It's good. It's 14-all with 48 seconds left in quarter number 3. Christie back deep for New York, and it doesn't, well, may or may not have gone to him. It's a touchback, and that's all that matters. 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's Charlie Connerly. Fires another strike to Tucker. Gain of 17. I wonder if he ever played any baseball at Ole Miss. 1st and 10 at the 37. Also doubles as a defensive back. You don't see that anymore these days. And something happened there, which we are not aware of. It's 1st and 10 at the 37. The give is to Barber. That'll do it for the quarter. And we are tied at 14. New York, 42 plays, 249 yards, 26 passes. Pittsburgh, 45 plays, 223, 28 rushes. So 2nd and 9. It's a one-quarter game now. That's Beckham. A nice grab for him. A gain of 12. Connerly now closing in on 300. 17-27, 255. 1st and 10 from midfield. 14:50 left in the 4th. That's Triplett with his best run of the day. 6 yards. And that gets him to 6 carries for 4 yards. And rushing the ball, New York is now at 17 carries total for 12 yards. 2nd and 4 at the Pittsburgh 44. It's Connerly firing to Odell Beckham for a gain of 5. Mel Blount came up, made the tackle on him. 1st and 10 at the 39. And that is Barber picking up 4. Hayward on the stop. 2nd and 6 from the 35. 12:39. The throw was to Barber. He gains 9 yards. Receiving today, Barber, that was his second catch, his first since that long run. After a catch, he's at 71 yards. 1st and 10 at the Pittsburgh 26. New York trying to break the tie here. Connerly is now 19-29, 269. The throw, looking for Beckham, Blount all over him. And it's 2nd and 10 at the 26. Penalty.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 26. Automatic. 1st down.
Woodson gets flagged for that for holding up Powell like a White House intern. 1st and 10 at the 13. Connerly. And that is Triplett. A gain of 6. Well, it wasn't too long ago we had a little scandal between a president and a White House intern. I know, it's been like 25 years now, right? 2nd and 4 at the 7. It seems like yesterday to me. Beckham scores. Touchdown, Giants. And it retake the lead at 20-14. 11 plays, 80 yards, and the drive took 5:44. Your extra point try for Nugent. And he has a stranglehold on that point. It's 21-14. 10:05 left in the 4th. Woodson back deep. This kick's going to go out of bounds.
Kicking team.
That's right, sir. The kicking team would kick the ball out of bounds. Very good. So we'll see what Big Ben can do here. They've been running the ball, playing smash mouth football for most of the second half. And when they do, they bring in Val Jansante as the second tight end. Trap left. Bettis on 1st and 10. Gain of 4. Problem with that is they're going to probably exhaust the time they need to tie the score unless they score on this drive. Passing game has not really been there for Ben. 8 for 17, 104 yards. Pitch it left to the bus on 2nd and 6, and Bettis draws a little closer to that first down, 3rd and 3. One running back, but 2 tight ends. We're going to look to Ward. We're going to go play action. Medium hitch to Hines. Ward on 3rd and 3. No, it's incomplete. 8:26 to go. Too early to go for it. I'm going to have Jimmy Moore punt it deep. Taken by Tennell at the 10. The punt went 43. Remember, the Giants did turn the ball over once in this game. 8:19 left. 1st and 10 from the 10. And a strike there to Odell Beckham Jr. 9-yard gain on this 41-degree day at Heinz Field. 2nd and a yard at the 19. New York started off slow. Now they could wind up being 10 and 4 on the season. Gain of 19 to Tucker, and Beckham is out for the rest of the game. He tweaked his knee. And that's the 300-yard passing game for Charlie Connerly. So George Sauer is going to come in for Beckham the rest of the way. 1st and 10 at the 38. And that's a catch for Powell. His 8th of the day for 105 yards. More importantly, he now has gone to the 1,000-yard mark on his 57th catch of the season. Nicely done, Art Powell. 1st and 10 at the 48. The give is to Barber, a gain of 8. Mel Blunt on the tackle for New York, for Pittsburgh, I'm sorry. 2nd and 2 from the 40. Barber only a yard there. 5:32. New York chewing up some clock here. Got to be careful how you say that. And this is Triplett. Triplett will get the first down of all people. Joey Porter with his 10th tackle today, and the clock will continue to move. 4:44 left. 1st and 10 at the 36. That is a gain of 5. Lambert bringing him down. 2nd and 5 at the 31. Triplett losing 4. 3rd and 9 at the 35. We're down to the last 3:07, and Pittsburgh's got to get off the field here.
Grabbing the face mask.
And they
Defense.
don't.
5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Hayward. Oh. That is bad for Pittsburgh. 1st and 10 now from the 30. We're down to 2:25. And that is Powell gaining 7, his 9th catch of the day, 112 yards. I'm going to let the clock tick to 2 minutes. They're at the Pittsburgh 23. I mean, I'm screwed either way here. 2nd and 3. Well, at least I think I am. Connerly incomplete, which is foolish of the Giants to do that because they could chew up time and they could force me to call timeout. 1:52. And that's another first down. That's going to be a touchdown, and that'll put it away. Sauer with the dagger. It's 27-14, and the Giants are going to win this one to go to 10 and 4 on the season. Pittsburgh will stay in the playoff hunt at 8 and 5. 8 and 6, actually. And coming into this game, they were the 12 seed, and will recalibrate the playoff position after this week's play on Friday. So stay tuned for that. 28-14, and Woodson back deep. And we'll down it 5 yards deep in our end zone. And we got to get moving. We'll go Buddy Dial on a medium cross. We have all 3 timeouts left. And a catch by Buddy. Gain of 13 will hit a timeout. And we'll look to Stallworth on a medium fly route as New York plays a prevent defense.
Defense. Number 33, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So ignore that sack by the spaceman Michael Strahan. He was on one of those Blue Origin flights late last year, became the first former NFLer to go in space. First and 10 from the 38. They just had another mission last week. I didn't even see how that went because they didn't have a celebrity on it. So I really wasn't interested. They didn't have William Shatner on it, and they didn't have Michael Strahan on it. Antonio Brown on the short out. First and 10 from the 38. Incomplete. Roethlisberger not having a good day. 9 for 20, 117 yards. Second and 10 will hit the medium fly to Hines Ward here. And he has it. A gain of 12. And he'll hit another timeout with 1:09 to go. And I'm going to go long slant to Ward. First and 10 at midfield. Oh, a sack. Gastineau knocked the ball loose. It was covered up by Roethlisberger, and I got to use my last timeout here. 1 minute exactly. 2nd and 15. Gets a lot easier now for the Giants because we got to go to the sidelines. Ward, the intended receiver. No. 3rd and 15. If we don't get this one, I might just chuck it. We'll go 5 wide, actually. And we'll look to Stallworth on the long out. Incomplete. 4th and 15. We're just going to let this baby go here. We're going to throw the bomb. Quarterback must pass it. Got nothing to lose now. Ward is our best threat. There it goes. Incomplete. 36 seconds left, and all Charlie Connerly has to do is fall on the ball, and the Giants will win. There was a fumble on that play. Looked like Woodson recovered it. The refs didn't see it. No fumble. That's a weird way for the game to end, and it doesn't matter anyway. New York wins 28-14. Your player of the game was Charlie Connerly. In for Y.A. Tittle. You see the scoring summary there. He threw 4 touchdown passes in the game. Both teams perfect with touchdowns in the red zone. New York with 62 plays and Pittsburgh with 54. And here are your player stats. Connerly, 26 of 38, 354. Bettis led in rushing, 21 for 85. Powell with 9 catches for 112, and that led both receiving categories. And your leading tackler was Porter with 10. So I will come on camera real fast as soon as I set it up. I got Ellie sleeping right by my side here. There you go. And I got my light on, so I'm going to have a little bit of a glare. And I will tell you to tune in tomorrow on the Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims channel. As soon as I can find the schedule. And I'll be on with Rob, exclamation point, space before it, tomorrow for MLB predictions. Our game tomorrow, by the way, will be Minnesota's Cleveland, our pay-hip game coming. It'll be dropping tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, first thing, will be New England traveling to Buffalo. So I hope you enjoyed today's game. This has been Big Pauly coming to you, wishing you well. Godspeed and God bless. We will do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.